Hello, everyone. Welcome to the I Fear I Have Thoughts podcast. Today, I am in a new setting in my pajamas. I have tea with me to sip on while I talk about your guys' tea. I asked you to tell me some of your craziest stories, and let me tell you, we definitely got crazy stories. I am not even gonna continue with the intro. We're just going to get into it. You guys DM'd me with some honestly traumatic events, and I feel so bad for everyone who was telling me these stories because they're awful. But I am going to be reading them and reacting to them. I haven't fully read through them all yet, so this is like my real honest raw reaction. I kind of skimmed a couple of them, but let's just get started. This first one says, I was with my boyfriend for 5 years. He was my first boyfriend, first everything, and I was the same for him. Ooh, that is always really rough to walk away from no matter what happens, but let's see what happened. A few months ago, I found out that he had an entire hidden album on his phone of my mom's rear end. Wow, we're starting off strong. Not just like one weird picture. I mean a full album of pictures that he had been secretly taking. What? He had a crush on your mom? The crazy part is my mom had already had a feeling and been weird around him for a while. She said whenever he'd walk by him, his phone would be super low behind her, and every time she turned around, he'd pull it back really fast. So my parents eventually got so suspicious that they literally set up a hidden camera in the kitchen and disguised it as an alarm clock. And the first time they used it, oh my god, my cat is biting the wallpaper off behind me. Pickles, what the heck? Okay, resume. I was doing the dishes and my parents were sitting in the living room watching the camera. My mom whispers to my dad, I'm gonna go into the kitchen, watch the camera. She walks into the kitchen and my boyfriend does a triple take when he sees her. Girl, is your mom like the baddest baddie ever or what? When I say he was taking pictures, I mean he was getting low for those angles, like very obviously trying to photograph her. Meanwhile, my dad is watching this happen live on the camera in the living room. My mom walks back into the living room and my parents just sit there in complete shock. She didn't even want to confront him right away. They waited for me to get home from school. I had like an hour commute, and during that whole time they sat there acting normal like nothing happened. Later that night when I found out about everything, I also discovered the album on his phone. What the heck? I went straight to his house, made him watch the video, and broke up with him immediately. I asked why he would ever do something like that, and he literally just said he's into older women, specifically my mom, and to make it worse, my dad is his boss at work? Oh my god! And my mom works at the same place too. His girlfriend's mom and boss's wife. Oh, so that's how my 5-year relationship ended, because my boyfriend was secretly into my mom. I have never heard anything like that in my life. Let's take a sip of tea for that very hot tea. What the actually heck? That is so insane. Like, gosh, I want to know more. Like, did you meet him because your dad was his boss and you met him at your dad's work and he already had a thing with your mom and he just got with you to get closer to her? Like, I have so many questions. That is terrifying. I am so sorry that you went through that. That is actually so insane. Okay, here we have another story. It starts, my family and I went on family vacation during the holidays to a country where my mother comes from. At the buffet, I always noticed a boy. He just looked cool from his style and so on. One evening, a little girl came to us and said that she was here with her cousin and her family. In any case, her cousin just wanted to hang out with us because we were the same age, she said. And that was the guy that I kept seeing at dinner. Okay, string theory. We always chilled together until the end of the holiday and everything was fine, and even our parents became friends. The last evening before my family and I had to leave, my brother, the boy, and I were in his room and ordered food. My family and I went on vacation during the holidays to the country where my mother... Oh, wait, she already said that. My brother wasn't doing so well, so he went out of the room for a while. Then the boy asked if he could kiss me, and because it was so uncomfortable for me, I said yes. Oh my gosh, free you, girl. I hate that. Like, women are often put in such uncomfortable positions that they feel like they need to say yes to just for the sake of their safety. And we should never have to feel like that. So, in itself, he looked really good, but I was only 15. In summary, when we left, we wrote for the next few days until he was back home. Then he said I can't write to him often anymore because he has a girlfriend? No. Why do people always cheat on vacation? Like, vacation is supposed to be chill, nonchalant, like, fun vibes. And I feel like the guilty conscience of literally cheating on your spouse while you're on vacation would ruin your vacation. I guess that's just me. That is my story. Sorry for being long and sorry for my English. It's not my first language. Girl, you're okay. You typed that perfectly fine. I want to add that I really liked him when we texted because our parents got to be friends and they invited us to their home like 3 hours away. And it was so cringe when I saw him. Wait, you went to their house after this? Oh my God. I knew he had a girlfriend and the girlfriend had no idea that he cheated. That's the first reason. And the second reason is because I knew that we kissed and wrote messages back and forth. ... Now they are not together anymore, but he still likes my Instagram stories. The pretty boys are always the weird ones. Ah! Oh my goodness. Why do men? I hate that. Also, yes, like, never trust a pretty face. Like, oh, I hate that. Free you. That's actually so crazy. And then this one's lengthy. She says, hi, I have a story time for you about me catching my boyfriend of 2 years cheating. And I wrote it down all in my notes. And so she sent me screenshots of her notes app. And they sent kind of out of order, so I need to find the front. She also sent me, like, receipts of him cheating, which is so crazy. Okay, my boyfriend and I have been together for 2 years. Well, not anymore. Oh, tea. Last month, right before Valentine's Day weekend, he went through my phone and got mad at me being friends with guys. That's usually guilty conscious, I fear. He brought up the times my guy friends would give me rides home because it was raining. Mind you, I walk home and do not have a license. What the heck? He brought up times when I hung out with my friends and there were guys involved. I've never given him any reason not to trust me. Anyways, since then we've been getting into fights and, like, I swear he would literally pick at little stuff just to fight. I did everything possible to try and fix stuff even though I wasn't at fault for anything. So I removed a lot of people off my phone, but mind you, no matter what, I'll always have males in my life. I live with my dad and 3 older brothers. Was he jealous of your dad and 3 brothers? What the heck? But I really was trying to fix us and make stuff between him and I better. February 25th, that's the day before my birthday, what the heck? We were hanging out and I grabbed his phone and put on a song and see chats from Snapchat from a girl named Riley. Oh, no. What is Riley doing? I clicked on their text and see them texting back and forth and save chats of their cats. Not him using the cat riz to get girls and cheat on his girlfriend. He had her added for 5 days. A week after, he got mad at me about being too friendly with boys and setting boundaries for me. I confronted him about it and called him a hypocrite and how that's disrespectful towards me. He said he was sorry and that he would block her. The next day, he texted me saying he was sorry again. After that, stuff was a little off, but I was still doing everything I could to work on us. Okay, pause. That is so sad. I wonder if he just started texting this random girl because he felt that you were being unfaithful to him, even though you weren't. and he was like trying to get his lick back, but that is so immature. Sorry, I needed to close that. That is so immature and gross. I'll send pics. Feel free to share these in the vid. I literally couldn't care less. Oh gosh, let me see the pics. He said, really random bold question, but are you busy? He was trying to hang out with the girl. Oh my gosh, it says, I'm saying I want to hook up. And the girl said, is that what you really want? And he said, yes, lol. You can say no. It's okay. Oh, she said, I mean, I will. Riley, girl, have some standards. This is something I wanted to take serious, though. Oh my gosh, so he was like building a whole nother relationship with this girl. Like she thought they were going to be serious. I have so many questions. Did Riley know about you? And he said, that's fair. It's up to you, baby girl. What the? Oh my God. He asked to meet up and she said, let's go. He said, LMAO, okay, I'm driving right now. The girl said, what's the plan? I'm going to be passenger princess. And he said, perhaps. What kind of car do you got? And they start talking about cars. Oh gosh, I have Riley's address, I guess. She sent her address. He said, word, you got like 10 minutes. Ew, why does he text like that? Word, you got like 10 minutes. Hello? Where is the manners? Yeah, that's fine. I literally still just am watching TV. I was already dressed because I just got home. Word, I'm here. Bet. What the? And then they hung out, and the girl afterwards said, text me when you get home. Oh my gosh. Okay, back to the story. Saturday, March 7th, I went out with my two best friends who I hadn't seen in a while. He had work till 7 p.m. and after was going to hang out with his friends. Oh no. All was fine. I checked his location before I went to bed around 11:30 just to see what he was up to, and he was home. I randomly woke up at 1:30 a.m. and decided to check his location, and he was in a parking lot around the corner from my house, a spot that was our spot. Shut up. A spot right next to your house. He was cheating on you right near your house in your guys' spot. Oh my God. Also, like, a woman's intuition is always correct, I swear. Like, it is like biological in us since we are programmed to be mothers and caretakers that our instincts do not play. Like, you randomly waking up in the middle of the night and thinking that something wasn't right and it wasn't right. Women know everything. Okay. That was sign number 1. I called him a bunch and his phone was on D&D. That was sign number 2 because his phone is never on D&D. Oh my gosh. He didn't call me back until he got home, and he told me that he was home the whole time, besides dropping his car off, and his friend picked him up so that they could go get high. Oh, bye. He didn't trust himself while driving high was the excuse he gave me, but he doesn't smoke. Oh my, who does he think that he is? Okay, so that was on Saturday. And then Sunday, the next day, we hung out and I could tell stuff was off, but we went and got ice cream and he seemed like everything was fine, but he didn't kiss me, hold my hand, hug me, nothing. I hate him. Okay. Back to the story. I hate him. I asked him to drop me off because I felt weird vibes from him. Hold on. I texted him later that night. What really happened last night and who were you with? I asked him. And we just kept going back and forth of me asking, and his answers changed from nobody, no one, someone from Snapchat, a girl named Callie. Wait, is it Riley or Callie? Or is it two girls? Oh my gosh, what is up with this guy? I asked how long he had been snapping her, and he said 2 days. I asked where he's from, and he said a certain town that's close to my house. Let's just call it UD. And then in parentheses, it says that that's important for later. Oh gosh, the way that she formatted this story is like so tea. I'm so invested. I asked for him to send me the screenshot of their text because he went through my phone, so it's no different. Oh my God. He said no, but after a while he sent me the pics. And those are the pics that I was just reading to you about them talking about meeting up. Next to her name, it said restore 14-day streak. And he said they were talking for only 2 days. So I knew it was the girl. I broke it off with him completely because I know not to take any bleep from a man. Period, girl. But wait, there's more? Monday, a day after the breakup, I had him blocked on Snap and Insta. I checked his location before work, and he was in a specific part of UD, the town where the girl's from, so I knew he was with her. He was with her a day after I broke up with him. I blocked him on completely everything, or that's what I thought. Tuesday, 2 days after the breakup. First of all, I love these timestamps. I checked his following off my spam Insta that I barely use and saw that he had a new follower. And guess what? It was a girl named Riley. Okay, so he was lying about what the girl's name was. Got it. I had my friend DM her so that I could let her know that he cheated on me because I doubt she knew. My friend was explaining stuff to her over Insta DMs, and later that night, me and Riley ended up texting, and I told her about everything. When she asked for a pic to show her what he looked like, he sent her a pic of me, him, and my dog. She asked who the girl... Wait, pause. Wait. My friend was explaining... Hold on, we're backtracking. My friend was explaining stuff to Riley over Insta DMs. Later that night, me and Riley ended up texting, and I told her everything with screenshots included. He literally lied to her about everything. When she asked for a pic to show her friend of what he looked like, he sent her a pic of me, him, and my dog. So when the girl asked what the ex-boyfriend looked like, he literally sent her a picture of him and his, who was her girlfriend at the time. Gross. She asked who the girl was. It was me. And he said, oh, she's not in my life anymore. I'm gagged at this. Mind you, we were still together at the time. Then he found out that I texted her, and he texted me through TikTok, which I didn't block him on. Now he's blocked on everything, and I made a new friend out of all of that. But yeah, that's been my life the past month. Oh my gosh, girl, I am so sorry that you had to go through that. That is actually so insane. How are people comfortable with this? Like, how do they think that they're gonna get away with this, especially in, like, not even a small town, but just, like, our age group and how, like, tech savvy we are and stuff? Like, oh my gosh. And he brought the girl to your guys' spot. That is awful. Literally awful. Okay. Another one. Oh girl, do I have a story for you. It still sounds fake to me even 9 years later. Whoa. Okay, we are taking a major backtrack in time. When I was 11, my boyfriend... Yes, 5th grade relationships. When I was 11, my boyfriend came up to me showing me screenshots of messages from me, quote unquote, talking to other boys and cheating on him. What? Okay, this is too much drama for being 11 years old. I am, like, gagged right now. The only problem was I had never sent them. After a little digging, I found out my best friend of 6 years, so your best friend since you were 5 in kindergarten, had been making fake messages pretending to be me and sending them to him because she wanted me all to herself. Oh, an 11-year-old photoshopping text messages is actually so insane. Oh, what is the state of the world? What is the state of the world? Also, a jealous best friend is, like, literally the worst because they don't want what's best for you, and that sucks so bad. I'm taking a sip of my tea. Oh, my goodness. Okay, let's continue. But she didn't stop there. She made a whole folder of fake messages and marched to the head teacher with them to try and get me expelled. So I had no friends except for her. what were in these messages? So at the age of 11, this girl tried to ruin my relationship, frame me with fake evidence, and socially isolate me, all because she didn't want to share her best friend. Honestly, the commitment to the villain arc at 11 years old was kind of impressive. Your podcast is my absolute fave, by the way. Thank you. And it actually gets worse. She got her whole entire family involved. Her mom, her cousins, and aunt all came into the school trying to get me expelled because they believed the fake messages. What did these fake messages say? Oh my gosh, she didn't tell me. I was 11 and somehow beefing with an entire family, and they had a full-blown campaign against me, I swear. What the heck? I wonder what the other fake messages were, like, that were getting her in trouble. Like, was she talking about doing illegal things? Like, being 11 and doing that has to be the most craziest thing I've ever heard. Okay. I have 2 more stories for you guys. I was hungover and sick at a frat darty last year. The frat darties. I went to the bathroom in one of the guys' rooms and there was no... I went to the bathroom in one of the guys' rooms and there was no toilet paper and I literally had diarrhea and I had to stand up and walk over to the closet and grab toilet paper as poop dripped down my leg onto my socks and shoes and the toilet was barely flushing. Those frat bathrooms are always flooding, I swear. And then it flushed and I had to run to my car to get wipes and perfume, and then I went to the same bathroom again and the frat guy lit a candle when I came back because it smelled so bad in there. And I just had to walk around the rest of the darty with literal poop on myself instead of going home. Oh my gosh. She said that might be too much for your podcast, but it's so funny. I don't even know how to react to that. That's actually awful. So you were hungover and sick. So I guess you were probably drinking on top of that. It probably just went right through you. Oh my gosh. I cannot imagine. Okay, you having wipes in your car is like, period. You're a prepared queen. Like, love that for you. I don't know if the perfume can mask the smell of literal feces off of you, but that is so funny. The frat guy lighting the candle is literally the cherry on top. I love that. Okay, this one is really long, and that's why it's going to be the last one, because it's super long, and I am really invested to read this. So let's see what the girls have to tell us. It says, "Oh girl, my best friend of like 3 years who I lived with, did everything with, told everything to each other, etc., helped plan my birthday party last month." Ooh, so this is like fresh tea. "I had been anxious about it because I don't like making decisions and wanted everyone to be happy, and I felt a lot of pressure because it's my 21st. That's understandable. That's a big birthday. Everyone wants to have a really fun 21st. I've had issues with her in the past just because she's not always the nicest, to put it mildly. Oh gosh, to other people. And I would sometimes even question if she actually liked me because of what she said/did. Ugh, another jealous best friend. But I always wanted to see the best in her and believed her wholeheartedly when she said that I was her best friend and that she loved me. Don't get me wrong, we were best friends. I just had to put up with a lot of bleep that I never should have. T, I hope we get into what that entails. I never really brought up my issues with her and her behavior because I quite honestly was kind of scared of her, because I knew how she treated other people when they disagree with her, or how she treated people that she just doesn't like. And I didn't want to do anything to compromise our friendship in any way, because I truly believed in her and wanted so badly for her to be who I wanted her to be." Oh, wait, that's so sad. Wait, I lost my spot. To keep a very long story short, something happened at my party that I didn't see, and she took it way out of context. She immediately told people that we were judging her and that everyone else is insecure and jealous of her. I truly was and still am so confused because I have no idea where she would have gotten that from. What did she take out of context? Like whispering or something and she wasn't involved? Like, girls are whisperers. Girls gossip. Ugh. The next day she starts sending texts accusing me of things and blowing the whole situation out of proportion, when the whole thing really was just a misunderstanding. I sent only one message back just saying that she is misunderstanding the situation and I don't appreciate her freaking out like this, and that I want to talk about it more because she genuinely isn't understanding. She takes this as I'm invalidating her feelings and gaslighting her, and she says that because of me not believing her, she never wants to be my friend again, never wants to see me, talk to me, hear about me, or anything ever again. What the heck? Parentheses, which is wild because we were best friends a day ago. It's also important to preface, okay, vocab, that I have tried so hard to look past everything she has done. A few examples: chronically cheats on her boyfriend, is so extremely judgmental of other girls, never compromises on anything, and overall is just so inconsiderate, etc. Oh my gosh, she sounds like the one that's insecure. I feel like if you cheat on your partner, you have to be like so deeply insecure to actually be able to do that. I have defended her to everyone for years. I truly just wanted to believe that she was going to change and that I was overreacting, but as soon as one thing goes wrong, having to slightly do with me, because I didn't defend her, she wants nothing to do with me. Ugh, girl, I need more context. Like, what happened that she took out of context? I'm so confused. Among many things that happened that week, she took the birthday presents she gave me back. Oh, she called me so many horrible, vulgar names and told me I would never know what it's like to feel empathy towards others and that I'm a horrible person. Oh my God. She called the police? What? She called the police on me for taking my book back that she gave me and told me that she's going to off herself and post on social media and tell everyone it's because of me. I had to completely move out because you guys live together and rearrange my whole life and everything I know because I truly do not feel safe living in our house with her anymore. I am very worried for her, but so extremely hurt for the way that she has acted and the things she has said to me about this small misunderstanding. She is getting help, I do know that, because she does have a mental illness diagnosis that I know about. Well, that's good that she's getting help, and that's good that she has a diagnosis. Oh my goodness. I still haven't processed any of it. I've looked back through everything that has happened, everything that I've said to her, and I can't find anything I've done wrong. I'm so confused and sad, TBH. Aw, poor girl. I never thought she would act that way towards me, only other people, and I know it's because she has serious other mental things going on and is taking it out on me, but God, I don't even know. I'm just distraught, to say the least. That is really, really crazy that she literally called the police on you for taking your book. She gave you a book as a gift and you took it back and she called the police on you. I'm glad that she's getting help for her mental well-being. That sounds very good and necessary. But I'm so sorry that you have to go through that. Like, losing a best friend, stay alone. Losing a best friend can be just as hard as going through a relationship breakup because, I mean, having a best friend, having a friend, that is a relationship, just a different kind. And that is so sad. But one thing I will tell you is people who you have to take in account the way that other people talk to others and treat others is a reflection of how they probably talk about you and treat you when you're not around. I dropped my, this was so long ago. It was like middle school into freshman year, my best friend, because of the way that she talked about all of our other friends, and I just had a feeling there's no way I'm not being spoken about like this as well, and I'm so uncomfortable with that. And it's not true friendship, and it's not how someone should treat you when they actually love you. So, yeah, that is something that you really do have to consider when someone's in your life and you see that they treat other people badly. You may feel special because you get that special treatment and they're nice to you or whatever, but that is just them masking so that you will like them. Same thing with guys, like girls who like bad boys, or like I like a man who's like mean to everyone but me. Like I like a guy who's like super like rough and mean to everyone besides me. Like, girl, that is a red flag. No one should be treating anyone meanly, and if it is a pattern in their past, like it's probably still happening. That sucks so bad. I am so sorry that you had to witness that. These were really tea stories. Free literally all of you who sent these stories in. Those were actually so crazy. It's the worst to be betrayed by someone that you love and thought was close to you. But I am glad that all of these toxic people are out of your guys' lives, because you don't need them in your life. And I know it's really hard to move on from someone that you were very close with, but you seriously don't need that. No one needs those vibes. No one needs that energy. Not good vibes, not good energy. And I'm glad that we can be saying bye, sayonara to them. But this was so fun. I want to do more podcast episodes where I like read stories. I think that's so fun. I want to do one where I find like insane Reddit stories, so let me know if you guys would be into that. But thank you so much for watching another episode of the I Fear I Have Thoughts podcast. If you ever have any crazy stories that you would like to share, you can DM me with them on the Instagram, I Fear I Have Thoughts. But gosh, I'm walking away from this like thinking so much. Like, I'm going to be critical about everyone now. That is just so crazy. And gosh, it reminded me of some crazy stories of my own about men and guys, and when I was younger and like, you know, dating around and just was not with the right people at all. But I don't know if I'm quite ready to air that out yet, but I appreciate you guys telling me your tea so much. Thank you for sitting down with me, having a little gossip sesh. And I love you guys so much. And I hope that you all have the bestest day ever, because you deserve it. Bye, guys. Oh, and make sure to subscribe.